Hey, what's up, freak bitches? Welcome back to the Joe Rogan Experience. Today we have a special guest in the studio, the one and only Dr. Jordan Peterson. How you doing, Jordan?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, man. So before we dive into the topic of Ratboy genius, I hear you've got a new book out called Ratboy and I, A Self-Discovery. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, Joe, the book explores the metaphorical journey of Ratboy and his quest for meaning in a chaotic world. It delves into themes of personal growth, self-discovery, and the pursuit of individuality. It's an exploration of the human condition through the lens of Ratboy's experiences. I think readers will find it fascinating.
That sounds intriguing, JPZ. I'll definitely check it out. Now let's dive into the history of Ratboy Genius. How did this series come about? Let's get right into it.
The history of Ratboy Genius is quite fascinating. It started as an independent project created by Ryan Doran. He began creating videos featuring Ratboy and his adventures, exploring various themes and concepts.
Ratboy Genius is not only known for its storytelling, but also its unique music and animation. What do you make of the music in the series?
The music is top of the class. Ryan has a PhD in music from NYU. Over time, it gained a cult following and evolved into a multidimensional exploration of the human experience. The music of Ratboy Genius is truly captivating. It has this ethereal quality that immerses you into the world being portrayed. The melodies often evoke a sense of wonder and curiosity, complementing the visual storytelling. It's remarkable how music can enhance the overall experience and deepen the emotional impact.
Absolutely, Jordan. And what about the animation itself? How does it contribute to the meaning behind Ratboy Genius?
The animation in Ratboy Genius is both whimsical and visually striking. It creates a distinct aesthetic that sets the series apart. The vibrant colors and imaginative character designs capture the essence of the story being told. It adds another layer of depth and meaning to the overall narrative. The music and animation work hand in hand to create a cohesive narrative. The music sets the tone and guides the emotional journey of the viewer, while the animation provides the visual framework for the story. Together, they immerse the audience in a unique world where the themes and messages of Ratboy Genius can unfold.
It's amazing how these creative choices can evoke such powerful emotions in the audience. Now let's talk about the impact of music and animation on storytelling. How do they work together to convey the meaning?
The music and animation in Ratboy Genius have undoubtedly played a significant role in its popularity. They create a captivating and memorable experience that resonates with the audience. The distinct visual style and the emotionally evocative music have garnered a dedicated fan base that appreciates the unique world of Ratboy Genius.
Now, Jordan, I've noticed there are some critics who dismiss Ratboy Genius as a trivial or meaningless creation.
Joe, it's disheartening to see people dismiss or belittle the significance of Ratboy Genius. Art, in any form, has the power to touch our souls, provoke thought, and open our minds to new perspectives. Ratboy Genius, with its imaginative storytelling and rich symbolism, invites us to explore the complexities of human existence. To simply brush it off as insignificant is to miss the profound messages it conveys.
I couldn't agree more, Jordan. It's important to recognize the value and depth that can be found in even the most seemingly unconventional art forms. Now let's get into the topic at hand, Ratboy Genius.
Ratboy Genius, quite the enigmatic figure. I believe Ratboy represents the struggles and triumphs of youth, a symbol of our inherent potential and the challenges we face in actualizing it. Ratboy creates the world in which he lives, whatever he thinks he creates. He embodies the notion of a young prodigy trying to navigate a complex world while discovering his purpose.
Now, you mentioned something about Little King John earlier. Can you elaborate on that?
Little King John serves as the shadow to Ratboy Genius. At first glance, John and Ratboy are similar. Both are rats. First off, it's not bloody obvious that Ratboy isn't an egotistical maniac. He named a lake after himself in Ratboy Kingdom for God's sake. But when you stop and think about who Ratboy is, his childlike nature proves that Ratboy is innocent. Little King John, on the other hand, is in fact just that, an egotistical maniac, and he is a bit delusional. Little King John showcases the struggle for control over one's ego. Many fans of Ratboy Genius are enamored with Little King John. I believe it's because Little King John, despite being a villain, is very charming and could be a better person. He just has a lot of growing to do. There's a biblical nature to his story, particularly with the flood symbolism. It's reminiscent of the story of Noah's Ark, where the flood cleanses the world of corruption and gives rise to new beginnings. The flood also metaphorically cleansed Little King John's soul and led him to a new beginning. Little King John's nightmare of being chased by his past sins was a symbolic ego death as he steps into his new role of being the flooded land savior, cracking open the earth and mixing the juices under the sea. His masterly preparedness necessitates his struggle.
Deep stuff, man. How about Summer Solstice Baby?
Ah, Summer Solstice Baby, an intriguing character indeed. She represents the embodiment of vitality and beauty. She symbolizes the cyclical nature of life, reminding us of the importance of embracing joy and celebrating the fleeting moments of happiness. She's quite a babe, if I may say so.
She sounds like a good-looking woman.
Indeed, Joe. She's a captivating character. Now let's talk about Sneezy.
Ah, Sneezy. I love that little guy. What's his significance?
Sneezy represents the embodiment of vulnerability and fragility. He's a reminder of the delicate nature of life and our need for compassion and empathy towards others. Sneezy teaches us the importance of understanding and caring for those who may be different or struggling. Sneezy's power lies not in physical prowess, but in the emotional connection he creates. It's a different kind of strength that he brings to the table. Living is hard enough as it is, and it's a lot harder if you hate everyone around you. Sneezy learned to love little King John and set him on a path to become a galactic friend.
Let's talk about Happy Man and the Green Monster.
Happy Man and the Green Monster. They're like a gang of woke hipsters in the Ratboy genius world. They embody the trendy, politically correct mindset that often stifles genuine progress. Their characters remind us of the dangers of blindly following ideological trends without critical thought.
I'm not too sure if I agree. I have a particular fondness for Happy Man and the Green Monster. They still are good people, even if they can be a little woke.
That's right, Joe. Happy Man and the Green Monster are interesting characters. Their playful and carefree nature embodies a spirit of joy and celebration. I can see why you resonate with them. And if you're interested, perhaps they could teach you a thing or two.
I'd love that. Happy Man and the Green Monster, if you're listening, hit me up. Interesting take, Jordan. Now let's talk about the galactic superheroes. What are your thoughts on?
Ah, the galactic superheroes. They're tragic characters, much like the Greek gods of ancient mythology. They possess immense power, yet they're plagued by their own flaws and limitations. They're often unable to solve the problems they face, mirroring the struggles and shortcomings of humanity. In a way, they serve as a cautionary tale about the limitations of power. Old Fingerhead, as controversial as he may be, had some valid points.
Old Fingerhead was right. He needed no who. He wanted no who. He really was not a villain. Young Mouthbottom has some of the best music in the series. Not to say that the series doesn't have its great villains. One villain that stands out is the Big Fish Boss. What do you think this character represents?
Ah, yes, the Big Fish Boss. In many ways, this character can be seen as a representation of a communist figure. Just like a communist, the Big Fish Boss is in control, dictating the actions and lives of those beneath him. It showcases the dangers of a centralized authority and the suppression of individual freedom.
That's wild, man. It's like a whole philosophical journey embedded in this animated series.
Well, Joe, the beauty of Ratboy Genius lies in its ability to engage us on multiple levels. It's not just a children's show. It's a philosophical exploration of the human condition. It challenges us to reflect on our own journeys and the pursuit of meaning in our lives.
And to all the listeners out there, make sure to grab a copy of Jordan Peterson's new book, Ratboy and I, A Self-Discovery. Thanks for joining us today, Jordan.
My pleasure, Joe. Always a pleasure to be here.